AP 2D art design, 3D art design, and drawing. I have not been to any workshops, but I have read the manual and I am trying to make the most of it. I'm trying to figure it out as I go along. If I say anything through the course of this video that is incorrect, please correct me in the comments down below. Otherwise, if this video is helpful, please help me out by giving me a thumbs up and tap the little bell button so that you get notifications of future videos. This is the Art Project. I appreciate you watching. My goal is to make helpful art videos, and especially with AP Studio Art. So we got a new manual, and big idea number two, make art and design. 2A is formulate questions that guide a sustained investigation through art and design. And so this is what I'm going to try and do here. As you know, if you've seen the other videos, I came across a dartboard, and I have been a little bit obsessed with the dartboard just as a dartboard in my man cave, actually in my studio, and I'm excited about having it and throwing some darts at it. And so I've started thinking about the possibilities of the dartboard as a work of art. I'm not the first person to do this. I don't think. Jasper Johns painted targets, among other things, and so this is not necessarily anything new, but it's new for me. And so I made, because of learning objective 2A, formulate questions that guide a sustained investigation, I made a page of what if questions. I don't always do it just like this. As an artist, I'm used to journaling and writing down my ideas in my sketchbook, but for the sake of this video, I wanted to make it real clear what I was doing. So this is a page of what if questions. There's probably going to be more what if questions that aren't on this video, more to come. But for starters, what if the shadow was important in the painting? What if I used a wall? What if I showed off my abilities in perspective? What if I showed the dartboard at an angle instead of face on like I did in my first painting? What if I used oils instead of watercolor? These are just a few questions that came to mind, and so I'm going to attempt that here. Now, as you can see, I'm not starting with a blank canvas. You'll need to go back and watch the live video where I started this painting last Saturday, and I wanted to use colors that were pretty much the same as what was on the dartboard, but like way more colorful. So instead of using straight black, it's blue and red and black mixed together, kind of a dark purple. But then I got to thinking about more vivid colors, and I wanted my shadow to stand out a lot more. So I started painting the dark black segments a light blue, or a lighter blue anyway. And I like layering my colors anyway. You know, if you're familiar with oil painting at all, you've probably done underpaintings, and so I thought of my dark segments as sort of the underpainting for what I'm doing now. Then I went in and started doing the wires, and then eventually got around to doing this dart. So it took me about 2 hours to do the underpainting. It probably took me 2 or 3 hours to do everything you're seeing here in this video that is sped up. For the sake of AP Studio Art, it is our job as artists to make the mundane exciting, and so I wanted to see what I could do with this dartboard as art. 2B is conduct a sustained investigation through art and design that demonstrates practice, experimentation, and revision. Well, that's exactly what this painting is. It's practice. It is experimentation. And it is also revision. I painted it one color to begin with, and now I've gone back and painted it a different color. I have revised it. If you saw the first video of the dartboard, this dartboard looks completely different. So I've revised quite a bit. And here I am experimenting with different textures on the background. So I'm trying to make it look more like a pub wall. And I've added some shadow and some highlights, and given it a kind of brown beadboard, tongue and groove board, I don't know what you call it, a tavern wall, if you will. Went through and did some touch-ups, And I'm pretty pleased with how it's turned out. This is oil paint, and I am not really experienced with oil paint, so every time I work with it, I learn a little bit more. I usually use acrylic paint, so and I also do a lot of stuff with ink and a little bit with watercolor. So this is experimentation. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any suggestions or anything that you think I need to mention in regards to AP Art and Design. Have they changed the name? I mean, it used to be AP Studio Art, and now is it AP Art and Design? Don't know. Anyway, so I added some shadows in the background. One of the things that I noticed was that as I was using this ruler, and by the way, I am using the ruler and a paintbrush, but as I was doing this, I was leaving paint that I had gotten on the yardstick earlier on the dartboard. One of the great things about oil paint is I was able to just take a clean brush and blend whatever was on the yardstick into the paint itself. And then the last point that I want to cover in regards to AP Studio Art is learning objective 2C, make works of art and design that demonstrate synthesis of materials and processes and ideas. Make works of art and design that demonstrate synthesis of materials, processes, and ideas. And essentially that's what this is. This is a synthesis, a coalescence, as they put it in the book, of the materials that I was using, the oil paints, the process that I went through, and the idea of the dartboard. I was just kidding. There is one more thing that I want to mention, and that is how easily learning objective 2D has manifested itself. Make works of art and design that demonstrate 2D, 3D, or drawing skills. I hope you see my drawing skills in this dartboard. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up and watch the next video. It's your turn. Go make some art.